Well, hello there. It's Andrea Hall-Wagner, registered dietitian, more often than not called the Chocoholic Nutritionist. And I'm here today talking about 3 different ways you can learn about nutrition. And more specifically, 3 different ways you can learn about overall health and and overcoming a health issue, meal planning challenges, and also movement towards your personal best weight. So you might be thinking, okay, I probably know what these 3 ways are, but I want to dig into them in a little bit more detail, and then I'm going to be talking a bit more about some of the ways that our practice works to help move people through change. But first off, the 3 different ways. Way number 1, you can, of course, self-read a whole bunch of material online, through books, through different things that you might come across, whether that's newsletters, blogs, social media, hit and miss in terms of what you might find from a credibility standpoint there. But certainly if you are motivated, if you've got a little bit more time and you don't mind sort of digging through and sifting through a lot of the clutter that's out there, you can find a lot of great information online. Of course, the challenge being not all of that information online is going to be good, high quality, credible information. And so at the very least, I would be looking for a registered dietitian when it comes to nutrition. Those are your nutrition experts, university trained and certified and regulated, to really make sure that you're looking at really high quality evidence-based advice. Certainly we have a ton of free materials on our website. In the resources section, we have just articles, recipes, all different types of things that you can investigate there. And then of course, we have a free monthly or free weekly newsletter that goes out to thousands of people each week. So if you'd like to check that out, you can go over to healthstandnutrition.com/newsletter. Sign up for free and get some healthy eating tips right in your inbox to inspire some good living. So yes, number 1 way to learn about nutrition, of course, is you can self-teach yourself. You can read online. The second way that you can learn about nutrition is going to be hiring a one-on-one nutrition coach. And my suggestion is that you make that one-on-one person a registered dietitian again, and someone that's specialized in the information that you're looking for. So of course, we do tons of one-on-one nutrition counseling at HealthStand Nutrition here. We have a team of dietitians, all with unique areas of expertise and specialty. So that is a fantastic way to sort of, I would say, cut through a lot of the clutter and really get that customized based advice. If you don't have a lot of time, or you're finding screening through all this stuff online and through books and resources really overwhelming, and you're not sure how to take all of that information and put it into practice, then definitely some one-on-one advice is going to work well for you. Now, the third way that you can come and learn about nutrition with respect to health, meal planning, and movement towards your personal best weight is going to be coming and joining my online nutrition course. This is the coolest thing that I have actually done in my close to 20-year career as a dietitian, and I'd love you to come and check out the program and see if it's for you. You can hop on over to pursuithealthiness.com and you can find out all of the ideas about what this course is all about. It's not a simple 1-hour course. This is a dive deep signature program that's going to really help you map out the entire A to Z guide of how to do things in what order to really help you with health, meal planning, and move you to a personal best weight. So I know some of you that are going to be watching this video are specifically looking for some more information about my course, and I am answering questions. So if you happen to catch this live, fantastic. I'm happy to address any questions you might have. But for the vast majority of my viewers, they tend to watch this video after. And so if you've got a question for me, just pop it into the comments and I'm happy to respond to you directly there. Or of course, you can private message me, or you can call my office and we can book a time to just hop on a phone call and speak directly about what this is all about and if this is the fit for you based on whatever might be going on with your own personal goals. So how do you figure out who is the best fit for my course? I wanted to give you some high-level information about what it's all about. This will be my third time rolling this course out. I only offer registration for once or twice per year, so I close registration. I'm going to be closing registration very soon here. October 26th is when our early bird registration is going to be closing, and then the full sort of course will wrap for registration on November 1st. So if you're interested, go check it out right now, because I will be focusing my attention when those doors close in really just supporting the community of people working their way through and seeking out extra questions for support along the way. So who's the right fit for this course? Well, first of all, if you know what to do, but you're overwhelmed, you're super busy, you're finding things in your home to be challenging to put everything into a system to make healthy eating a challenge, then this is definitely going to help you get all of those systems and tools in place to organize yourself and make meal planning and your knowledge about health a little bit simpler. The other person that's a really good fit for this course is someone that may be an emotional eater, a stress eater, how to figure out how to manage different cravings for sweet and savory types of foods. Of course, I'm known for my balanced, not clean approach to healthy eating, so I'm not going to tell you to, not eat a whole long list of food restrictions. In fact, we're going to actually remove food restrictions that you may have and really get you feeling more comfortable in your relationship with food and your overall weight. So that is definitely one of the best fit people for my course, is someone that's struggling with meal planning, needs some systems for home and on-the-go eating out education. Maybe you want to learn a little bit more about the science of overall nutrition, carbs, calories, protein, meal planning, how often to eat. All of these questions come up and they're addressed definitely into my course there. The third piece that is a really good fit for this course is someone that is looking for something that is a little bit more of a dive deep than something that you can take in a short, half an hour training session. So if you're really looking to see some bigger shifts in your overall eating habits, these changes can take some time. And so one of the best parts of this program is not only are you going to get video education, you can watch these sessions when you like from the comfort of your own home. You're also going to get some support from me directly along the way when you've got questions. And we've got a fantastic community in Facebook. It's a private Facebook group where we've got all sorts of people very similar to you going through the program that have got challenges and wins and aha moments, and they're posting those things within the group so that you can kind of grab onto some of what's inspiring them and learn from some of the challenges they're posting and how I'm addressing those questions. So it's one of the things that I love about our group the most is we've got a very supportive community, and I have the ability to troubleshoot and make sure that you're getting the support that you need right in a private Facebook group. So if you want to find out a little bit more information, you can hop on over again to pursuithealthiness.com and find out a little bit more information there. So what I thought I would do is just give you a high-level quick overview of what the core modules of this course really looks like. So there's 5 modules and there is 1 introductory module, and so there's about 35 different lessons within the course. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, who's got time for that? Because here's the thing, I'm a busy working mom myself. I wanted to put these lessons in short, bite-sized lessons that you could actually do amidst a busy week. And so most of these lessons are going to be on video, or you can listen to them on audio if you prefer. But most of these videos are going to be about 15 minutes long. There's a few that are a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, you can hop in whenever it's convenient for you, watch a lesson. You've got transcripts, cheat sheets, worksheets, and all sorts of resources to be able to draw from to make this material your own. So there's an introductory module where we're going to be talking about, of course, all things mindset related and just doing a little bit of thinking around where you're at with your health and your goals to set the stage for the philosophy of what the course is all about and get you prepped for the meat and potatoes part of the course. And so module number 1 is what I call choices. And choices is all things related to how do we define the best eating plan for you. People often ask me, what is the best diet to follow? And at the end of the day, the best diet to follow is the one you're actually going to follow. And so whether you're vegetarian or you're a meatitarian or somewhere in between, what we need to do is think about, what do you like? What works within your family, and then also your cooking style, and even if you like cooking at all of these factors are really important to look at, because it's going to help you custom build the right eating plan for you. So you can be successful doing a heck of a lot of things, and my goal is to really help you frame, before we even dive into anything, what is going to make sense from a sustainability perspective. We're also going to be talking about not only what the best diet to follow would be, but how much should you weigh? This comes up all the time. I put it front and center because people have a lot of questions about the science of their weight. And my goal is to really help you navigate all of the information that you need, so that we've got some realistic information about how things all work when it comes to all of the ages and stages of where our weight likes to fluctuate. Module number 2, we're going to be talking about what I call foundation. And the foundation is, how do we set you up for success with the science knowledge that you need to really understand calories, carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, fiber. All of these things tend to come up. And so I want you to be up to speed on all the information that you need all in one spot. And in there, we're also going to be diving into what I call the balanced meal method, the timing technique, the portion planner, and we're going to talk about the hunger and fullness meter. So these are all tools that I've developed to really help you get the framework of what, when, where, and how much to eat, and really put it all in a simplified method that you can really make sense of amongst a busy schedule. Module number 3 is what I call home. And you guessed it, it's going to be all things practical when it comes to mapping out your home for success. And so in this module number 3, we're going to be talking about what I call your recipe roster, whether you cook at all and have no, or whether you cook tons and have tons of recipes, or you don't cook at all and you have no recipes. This exercise is actually quite interesting to really just help you have a system that you can kind of move forward with going forward. For diverse foodie people and cooking minimalists, I got you covered. In the home module, we're going to be talking about the super supper builder, the healthy lunch builder, the better breakfast builder, healthy snack attack builder. We're going to be getting into a reusable grocery shopping list, whether that's paper or on an app. I've definitely got some systems that I'm going to recommend to really help make things much easier. And one of the most, I would say, talked about or most helpful lessons in Module 3 is what we call the supper system. And it's my system on how I navigate teaching people to be prepped and ready to go for what is happening for your busy weekdays in the most stressful time of the day, or stressful meal of the day for many families, which happens to be supper. So whether you like to plan or you don't plan, I've got some choices on how this is going to work well for you. Module number 4 is called On the Go, and the On the Go module is taking what we know about what's worked at home, but then taking it and also applying some of that information to on the go living. So on the go is those times when you're at work, or those times when you're running errands and you're not going to be at home. What do you do for food there? It's also going to be helpful for those of you that are shift workers, those of you that travel for your work, and those of you that are in retirement, enjoying the good life, and maybe you live half of the time somewhere locally, but half the time somewhere else. How do you navigate retirement and vacations and not have your health totally get derailed along the way? So that is what this module is all about. Module number 5 is what I call flexibility. It is my absolute favorite, because here we get to talk about soulful living and finding a balance between not those geeky healthy foods, not just those geeky healthy foods that you need to eat for overall wellness, but also the soulful foods, which I define as those that we choose for pure taste and enjoyment that have nothing to do with nutrition. How do you fit those in? How much do you need to eat of those things? Where do they belong? And how do you navigate when those things are not going well and maybe there's too many of those things happening? Is all covered in the flexibility module. So we're going to be looking at tools such as what I call the intuitive eater, the food rule bender, the hunger tracker, because there are 3 different types of hunger, and I want you to have a clear sense as to what type of hunger we're talking about, because different types of hunger have different needs. So we're going to dive all into that. We're going to talk about the mindful eating experience, and then of course, wrapping all of that information together, the path forward and where do you go from here. So that is the overview of what the course looks like. So you guessed it, it's not a simple like, I'm going to do this in a half an hour. However, the lessons are really spread out to make sure that they're in those bite-sized kind of pieces that amongst a busy week, you can absolutely get to them. So you might wonder, are you supporting with questions? Absolutely. I'm here to make sure that you're going to watch those lessons when it's convenient for you. But when questions come up or you get stuck on something or you've got something personal going on with your own health or a family member, then I'm able to really help you out with that information so you can keep moving forward and getting the results that you're looking for. One of the unique parts about my program that has been very well received by my previous groups is that I also offer lifetime access. And the reason I wanted to do that is change takes some time. And there might be lessons that you go through the first time that maybe they didn't resonate with you, but then you realize, I need to go back to them. Maybe in a year's time, pull out that information again. If you're having a struggle in a certain area, I wanted to make sure you had access to the course materials when you need them. And I also wanted to make sure that each time I launch this course, you've got access to join the momentum of new people entering the course and see what's happening amongst the questions and all of the different support that I'm accessing. So you've got me for some long-term support wherever you are on your journey for wellness. So you might be wondering, is this course for me? Well, I've got a whole bunch of different materials on the pursuithealthiness.com website, which is where you can go to read and watch and learn a lot more information about this course. I'd encourage you to go over and check with the success stories from many of my past clients. So you can access that at pursuithealthiness.com/testimonials. And that's where you can read a lot of those different options for what other people found helpful. You can read a whole range of stories from busy people to retired people to people struggling with relationships with their food and just what they found helpful about the overall format of the course itself. So I encourage you to go check that out. There are lots of very cool things that I feel really proud about when I read those stories that people are gathering from the work that they're doing in the course here. So I want to read out a couple of quick other things here, and one of them might be to address some of the most common questions that people tend to have about my course. One of them that comes up quite often is, let me just grab my notes here. I want to make sure I got the right ones forward here, is what is about this course that's actually a little bit different than maybe what I'm going to find in seeing somebody one-on-one, or what I'm going to find in maybe other options that you're considering both online or through programs and that. And my biggest answer to you about what is different about this program is I'm not just teaching you what to eat, I'm teaching you the system of actually how to do it. And from my experience over close to 20 years now, this is where people get tripped up the most. Usually people have an idea of what they should do. Chances are you might not even need more information. Maybe you have high level knowledge about nutrition and you're not a beginner in this subject. But again, what trips people up is the why we eat what we eat from an emotional perspective. And also, what do you do to put the systems in place that makes the busy weeks and the times when life gets stressful or your motivation goes down, how do you have the systems in place to really make sure that you get there? So that is what this program, I think, most importantly addresses, is it puts it all there for you. You don't have to go out looking for additional information. The tools and worksheets are there so you can really customize the information. But because I'm also giving you a whole schwack of ideas for recipes, meal planning ideas, and all of the stuff happening in our group, you really don't have to go looking for any other ideas outside of what is happening in the course. So I think that's one thing that is very, very different. The other thing too is that I didn't create this program overnight. I've been trying to figure out how to help people around meal planning issues, health issues, weight concerns, pretty much my entire career. And with that knowledge of watching people go through change, you get a sense for where people get stuck, and you get a sense for where you need to develop a system or a tool or a way to teach people that really addresses that. So I've thought of a lot of the questions that I know you're going to ask, because chances are somebody else has asked them before you. And there's benefit in being able to draw on all of that wisdom that I've developed over the years and all of the experiences that I've had with so many of the clients that we've had in our office here. So I think that is what makes it a little bit different. The other sort of thing that comes up often is people want to know, like, is this a weight loss program? So I did want to cover this. I get a lot of questions about that. And you'll notice that I never use the word weight loss. I actually use the word movement towards your personal best weight. And that's because some of the clients that we see may lose weight following this program. Some of the clients that we work with may stay the same. And some of the clients that we see may gain some weight because they needed to gain a little bit of weight because they've been, holding on to a diet that was so restrictive and they're really not enjoying things and they're actually not healthy where they're at. And so this is not necessarily a weight loss program, but I would say this program is designed to help you maximize where you are supposed to be, wherever that may be. And that's the case, I would say, when you look at any type of program that claims weight loss. Anyone can lose weight, but you can't necessarily sustain it. So my goal is to take an absolute non-dieting approach to helping you with your relationship with food and your relationship with your weight, and just get you to where you need to be. So it's about eating healthful foods, but still having a life at the end of it. So this program is not designed for someone that is highly focused on a long list of restrictions, forbidden foods, and wants to attempt to lose weight fast. This is not what it's about. It's really looking at your overall relationship with food, your weight, and setting up something that is really good from a health perspective, from a long-term health approach. So I hope that helps clarify that question, because it certainly does come up a bit. So one of the other sort of last question, and I answered a whole bunch more questions in the frequently asked question list over at the course there, is am I going to be offering this course again? And I do offer it maybe only once or twice a year though. So if you're interested in potentially learning more, I want you to hop on over to the course. Contact me directly through message or email or phone, and I'm happy to speak with you directly about what's going on and if this is the right fit for you. So I hope that this will provide you with a little bit of wisdom. Again, we started this video off talking about there's 3 different ways to learn about nutrition. One is teach yourself through a bunch of reading materials. Those are available on our website. Number 2 was, of course, you could book a dietitian one-on-one and work with them that way. Of course, those are available through lots of different dietitians, including my own team here at Health Stand Nutrition. And then our third option was, of course, to come in and join me in the Pursuit of Healthiness online nutrition course. So I really look forward to meeting you there. If this has been a helpful video to help you decide about some next steps there. And I want to thank you for watching. So take care, and we'll see you over at pursuithealthiness.com. And remember, early bird registration closes October 26th, and the final course registration closes on November 1st. So thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.